I visited one of the newest towns in Victoria, which also has one of the newest football clubs. Ainsbury is about an hour's drive from Melbourne. It's an interesting place, just a lot of houses, no shops or anything else. Originally, Ainsbury was just farmland, but in the last 15 years, a town has been developed around a golf course. The local football netball club used the Philadelphia Eagles logo, but in green, white and yellow. All the facilities there are completely brand new. The club only started up in 2015. Just junior clubs initially, but in 2023 they won the Club 18 Premiership, and I thought this was under 18s, but it definitely isn't looking at some of the players in the photo. Club 18 is what they call the thirds in the Riddle District League, which is where the city meets the country. There's blank spaces on the honour board for future football grades they'll have, like under 19s and reserves. I noticed that the Ainsbury Cricket Club started out earlier in 2012, but I'm not really sure where they play because this facility didn't exist back then. The oval wasn't looking amazing, but there was good coverage, no mud. It looked a bit sandy. You can tell it's a new footy ground because there's a roundabout and trees and shrubs where there should be car parks. That always annoys me. Definitely not the easiest ground to watch footy from your car, but that's the way they're going nowadays with these grounds. Quite good facilities though. I guess it's easier when you start out from scratch. I really like the two futsal courts they had. It even had lights. I would love to have a futsal court like this where I live. Next to the oval is the primary school at Ainsbury. I'm not sure where they go to high school, maybe in Melton, but maybe they don't want to go to Melton. When I first got there, the juniors were playing Sunbury Kangaroos, even though the Sunbury seniors play in the Essendon League. And then the under-17s played Melton Centrals. I wouldn't really call the Riddle District a traditional country league at all. I watched a quarter of this game and was a fairly solid standard, I'd say. In fact, both sides are going to be playing each other in a final this weekend. Thought it's funny that Melton Centrals have a Carlton logo, but they actually wear like a Fremantle design, but blue instead of purple. Great work by number 8, Xavier Tellis, to break ankles and then set up a goal. Melton Centrals actually won this game in the end. Number 26, Kyan Vaughan, was the difference, kicking 4 goals. Now, I thought I'd check out the rest of Ainsbury. There was a massive market going on, so I looked elsewhere. Looking around the new developments, I thought it was symbolic that the streets were named after Victorian towns. A lot of them I've made videos on. Here's Amphitheatre Street. I've made a video on that former footy ground due to the low population. Here's Jeffcott Alley, but they've added an E to the end of Jeffcott, even though it's not there on Google Maps. Cowkey Way. Cowkey is a small farming district. They play in the Horsham District League. There was Bulllight Street. I've made a video on that former footy ground. Those farming areas are sadly a thing of the past, and everyone wants to live within an hour of a major city.